So I'd love for you to talk with us about your experiences that were very formative for you in shaping you into someone who could take on these fundamental struggles over justice, over racial equality, social change, and transformation. So, what were things that you experienced growing up that helped to shape you into that person?
Well, um, a new pastor came to town when I was in my early teens, I guess maybe 13 years old or so. His name was Virgil Alexander Wood. He came to pastor Diamond Hill Baptist Church. And at the time, my father was membership secretary for the local branch of the NAACP in Lynchburg, Virginia. And Dr. Wood and my father became friends. Shortly after Dr. Wood had gotten there, efforts were afoot to desegregate the school system in Lynchburg. And the original suit started out with about 32 kids. But because of social and economic pressure from the majority community, that number got whittled down to 4. The 4 of us that ended up going forth in the suit, for the most part, our parents depended on the black community for their livelihood. My father was the manager of Virginia Mutual Life Insurance Company, which was a black insurance company. There was a local dentist, daughter. One of the participants' father worked on the train as a mail clerk. And so ended up 4 students suing the school system there. The courts made a decision based on supposedly IQ scores, and it was determined that Linda Woodruff and I would end up going to E.C. Glass High School January 29, 1962. Brenda Hughes and Cecilia Jackson came the beginning of the next school year. Ironically, we had to have higher IQ scores than 99% of the students that we were going to be going to school with at Glass. And so not only did I, become a school desegregator, but under the influence of Dr. Wood, I became, more of, I guess we were both called agitators at that time, and I became one of the youth leaders in the civil rights movement, and Dr. Wood served as my mentor and has been my mentor since that time. I was 14 when we actually desegregated the schools. 3 months later, Dr. Martin Luther King, at the request of Dr. Wood, came to Lynchburg to support our efforts. And of course, at that time, there were no Holiday Inns or Marriott hotels for African Americans to stay in when they traveled in the South. And so we stayed in homes of, local residents. Dr. King stayed at the home of Dr. Jackson. And after we had the rally that night at E.C. Glass's public auditorium, we went back to Dr. Jackson's house, and I vividly remember sitting on the floor with Dr. King singing freedom songs. So that was kind of the beginning of it all.